presentation of Group 2. Interpretive comprehension or understanding is the second step in the process of effective reading. This type of comprehension requires higher order thinking skills because it involves finding information that is not explicitly stated in but are suggested with the text. For instance, if we are reading a passage to describe a lady who was wearing a rag and almost worn-out dress, perhaps you may conclude that she is poor and uneducated. So while the terms poor and uneducated were not written to describe the woman in the passage, you were able to draw these inferences by reading between the lines. What you have just done then is basically interpretive comprehension. To acquire interpretive comprehension skill, your tasks involve paraphrasing, summarizing, outlining, analyzing denotation and connotation, inferring and interpreting doublespeak, and figure of speech. Miss Vegas, can you tell us more about paraphrasing?
Paraphrasing is the act of restating a passage or a reading material in another way. A good technique to use is to get the main idea of a reading material and say it using your own words and style of speaking. This determines whether you have understood what you have read.
What is summarizing? So, here is Ms. Cañete to confess us more about summarizing.
Summarizing. It is the ability to produce a condensed version of information. The summary includes only important elements and retains in the original information.
Juicy J.
Burgos, what is outlining?
Outlining. It is a list that shows the main idea and the structure of something that you're planning to write. It includes items found in the selection or essay which are organized according to some consistent principles.
Denotation. It is a literal dictionary meaning of a word, and connotation is the emotional and imaginative association that connected to a certain word or related to that word.
What is inferring and interpreting doublespeak?
Doublespeak is a common in professional conversation, government, releases, company, bulletins, and advertisement. In other words, doublespeak is the word that has a literal meaning but have a deeper meaning. Just like the word of snake, it has an animal that has no legs but it has a doublespeak of better. And everything make me your Aphrodite.
Mr. Sevilla, can you tell us more about figurative language or figure of speech?
Words that are rarely used to beautify the writings of a writer is called figurative language. An example for that is simile. One object is compared to another. For example, the person is like a dog. Using like or as if is called simile. Second is metaphor, an indirect comparison of two nouns or an object. Personification is a third part. An example for that is beauty flashed a signal on her face. The beauty as if it flashed, which it cannot. There are some examples or parts, basic parts of figurative language.
Summarizing is the ability to produce a condensed version of information. The summary includes only important elements and retains in the original
Words are
To acquire interpretive comprehension skill, your task involve summarizing,
Please,